Hello. Welcome once again to another episode of What Nobody Told Me After 65. Well, it's your lady on the go, lady in the know, Miss Info. You've reached the Information Nation, where knowledge is shared and wisdom exchanged for the betterment of a people. So I'm back. I didn't leave yet. But today I want to talk to you a little bit about friend or foe. Frenemies. What's the difference? We're going to find out. The difference is in their relationship with you and their intentions. A friend supports you, cares for you, respects you. A foe, an enemy, is someone who opposes you or has ill intentions toward you. Friends are allies who bring positivity and support into your life. Foes are adversaries who may bring negativity and conflict. How can you tell the difference? Sometimes, or most times, you can't. The good news is the older you get, the easier it becomes to tell the cons from the true friends. That's because by now you've seen it before. Been there, done that. Let's examine some obvious differences. A friend is one you can confide in, talk about absolutely anything. A foe will pretend to be interested just to get the dirt to spread your business around. A friend supports you and any decision you make with a positive affirmation and a true sense of your best interest. Excuse me. A foe could care less and will begin pointing out even more faults with the plan that you've devised. A friend can distinguish your moods without you ever opening your mouth. A foe doesn't feel you. Not like that. They watch for any sign that you might be in distress, and then they act like they don't see it. As long as you still provide them what they need, oh well. Am I talking to anybody? The world is full of frenemies. People who pretend to be friends, but they're really enemies. Pretenders. And you must know the difference. Guard your heart at all times. Friends are happy to see you progress. Happy for you to get ahead in life. Foes always seem to be stuck in the good old days. Like you have to stay in the same rut that they are in order to have anything in common. A friend generally has eyes that are reflective of their personality. Where did we hear that? The eyes are the windows to the soul. These eyes freely communicate their feeling of friendliness and well-being. A foe has eyes of deceit or jealousy, could even be animosity. They give you them side glances and stares, often making jokes at your expense. Here's the one that I personally like because it really speaks to the kind of friend that I am. A friend stands through thick and thin and prefers a simple, lucid relationship with open expression that speaks out whatever he or she may mutually think without hesitation. I'm going to tell you the truth, and I'm not even going to think about it, without hesitation, and stick to those words. Whatever I've said in all times, through thick and thin, whatever I said, whatever you may feel about it, I'm going to tell you the truth. And this type of friend makes an effort to keep promises, even if detrimental to themselves. However, a foe is the first one to flee, to take off, using all opportunities and excuses when adversity comes knocking. Let something go wrong, and you're looking around, and that person ain't nowhere to be found. They change words and offer blatant lies that literally shock you by how quickly the wind has changed. Yeah, what is that? The Bible says it. Don't be deceived by every wind and doctrine. Everything that blows by is not for you. There are also a lot of minuscule details that often help identify friend or foe. But the broader definition, along with personal observations, should be enough for you to select the right set of friends and cherish their company. When you are young, your crack meter is not well tuned. I made a few frenemies, but I learned very quickly. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. When I looked that phrase up, it told me that the mafia uses that statement. I don't know. Listen, you want to keep friends. My grandmother used to say, don't let them get as close to you as far as you can throw them. Now, how often can you pick up a grown person and how far can you throw them? I think that meant the same thing. Keep your enemies close. I'm going to tell you that my best friend, when I was a youngster, I was a teenager, slept with my first boyfriend. And when I caught them, she tried to blame me, for introducing him. Well, you introduced me to him, and he didn't have much to say, mind you. Then she proceeded to ridicule me for wanting to try to keep a relationship with him. I was trying to keep my boyfriend. I mean, it was my first boyfriend. And she made fun of me and she talked trash to me because I wanted to work it out. I wanted to keep my little friend. Anyway, I ended up dumping him and keeping her. And wrong move. Years later, I finally cut her completely off without even an explanation or a goodbye or a by your leave. Just get the heck away from me. I didn't feel like I owed her anything. Why? Because maturity, growth, is when you stop making excuses for the behavior and start making changes. Growth requires new company, new locations, and new mindsets. Think about that. Think about that. Growth requires new company, new locations, and new mindsets. People, places, and things. You got to change something. If you're going to grow, if you're going to mature, if you're going to move forward, I don't care how old you are. That's important. Remember, you don't know what you don't know. Thanks for listening.